welcome back. So if this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. So today, the question we're looking at is the very, very routine question. We've seen this 100 times. Where do you live? Dónde vives? Now, this is not the lesson on the disadvantages and advantages of living in the city or in the countryside. Okay? You can live in el campo, en la gran ciudad, in a hamlet, which is una aldea in Spain, or you can live in las afueras. You decide where you live. You know where you live, or you don't. What we're going to do, however, is look at the advantages and disadvantages of living where you live. Now grab yourself a pen and let us begin. We're going to start with las ventajas. Write it down. The advantages, las ventajas. So let's look at the advantages. I've lost my joke. The advantages in Spanish, okay? You've got some nice sentences here, okay? So make the most of them. Don't keep using the same old sentences or the short answers. Choose something from here. So, hay mucho que ver. We've seen this word a million times. There is, or there are. Hay mucho que ver. There's a lot to see. There's loads to see. So that's an advantage, isn't it? There's a lot to see. There's a lot to see. Lots to see. There's lots to see. Okay? Next. Hay muchas oportunidades laborales. So, lots of work opportunities. Okay? Work opportunities. Oportunidades laborales. Work opportunities, which is important for you guys who, you're going out into the world of work soon. Work opportunities. I'm left-handed and I'm trying not to move, so it's a bit wonky. Okay? Soy zurda. Go on. Another advantage of living somewhere is la vida es más saludable. So life is healthier. You have a healthier lifestyle. Okay, so a healthier lifestyle. So a healthy lifestyle, which is important. Wherever you live, you need to make sure that life's good for you. Okay, lifestyle. That's the L, not the S. Okay. You always hear Spanish people saying this. Se vive bien. Se vive muy bien. Okay? I hear Spanish people saying this a lot. Aquí se vive muy bien. And this refers to the quality of life. Okay? What is life, the quality of life where you live? Se vive bien or no? Okay? So, do you live well there? That's literally the translation. So the quality of life is good. So it has great quality of living. Okay? Great quality of living. Tienes a los amigos y a la familia cerca. For some people, this is an advantage. And so for other people, perhaps not. Perhaps you want to live far away from your family. But it's always good to have friends close by. So, tienes a los amigos y a la familia cerca. Okay? You have friends and family close by. Friends and family close. Okay? Close by. This is nice for you to know as well. Bien comunicada. Si es una ciudad bien comunicada, it means that you're well connected to transport. So you can get from one place to another, no problem. Maybe you have the tram, maybe you have the train, maybe the bus. The buses are quite good. Okay, you're well connected. Okay? Hay mucha oferta cultural. What does that mean? It means if you're cultural, you like the theatre, you like to go to the cinema, you have that where you live, which is great. This is very important. Es barato. We've seen barato, which is cheap. It is cheap to live here. Es muy barato o es barato vivir aquí. So it's cheap living here, okay? It's not too expensive. Remember your keyword, barato, which is cheap, so it's cheap to live here. It's not expensive at all. Next we have lugares interesantes para visitar. So you have interesting places to visit. Lugares is the same as sitios. Interesting places to visit. Interesting places to visit. Okay? To visit, para visitar. And lastly on the list is diversidad. So there's you have multicultural way of living. There are lots of different kinds of people, which is always nice. Okay? Talk about it. Do you find, what are the advantages of living where you live? Okay. ¿Cuáles son las ventajas de vivir donde vives tú?
Las ventajas son que tengo acceso a todo lo que necesito. Es una ciudad muy grande, hay muchos centros comerciales, hay muchos servicios y cualquier cosa que necesite, sé que voy a poder adquirirla.
Muy bien. ¿Y lo contrario?
¿Alguna desventaja? Pues,
Sí.
Pues por un lado, al ser una ciudad tan grande y tan diversa, cultural y socialmente, pues hay ciertos problemas de delincuencia. Digamos que te genera a veces un poco de inseguridad el salir a la calle porque, en fin, sí, hay problemas, pues eso, de robos, también de violencia, y esto genera un problema, pues, de convivencia.
Vale. Y por último, ¿dónde te gustaría vivir? Porque crees que hay más ventajas.
Pues a mí me gustaría vivir en un pueblo más bien rural, en el campo, pero pues a lo mejor a 20 minutos de una ciudad grande donde yo pudiera pues comprar todo lo que necesitara, pero sí que estar un poco aislado de ese ruido, de tanta gente, de tanta calle, de lo de la delincuencia que hemos dicho antes y cosas así.
Vale, ok. Gracias.
Nada.
Okay. So, moving on to the disadvantages, las desventajas. What are they? What is it you absolutely dislike about living where you live? Let's continue. Hay tráfico. This is quite similar to English, isn't it? It's traffic. Atascos is a nice word for you. Atascos, traffic jams. So atascos you could put here, atascos. Atascos. Maybe every morning you're stuck in traffic and this is a bit of a headache, okay? Right, let's continue. I feel as though I'm rushing this a little bit because there's a class and so I need to get through this, okay? Las casas son pequeñas y caras. So the houses, the houses are small and expensive. Who wants that? I want a big old house for no money at all. Right, okay. Next, this is a nice word for you. El alquiler, the rent. El alquiler es muy caro. Okay, so rent is very expensive. So high rent is high. Okay, I asked some students before and they said the disadvantage about one of the biggest disadvantages living here is that there wasn't a beach. No hay playa. Okay? No hay playa. So there's no beach. Okay? No beach. Would that be a disadvantage for you? Let me know. This is a really good one. Alto índice de criminalidad. Love this. High crime rate. This puts people off buying houses in certain places. If the crime rate is high, this is definitely a disadvantage. So high crime rate. Okay? High crime rate is an issue, it's a problem. The same sentence, it could be high rate of poverty, pobreza. Pobreza, that's a nice word for you. Pobreza, poverty. If you live in a big city, I mean, when I was living in London going to university, I kind of missed my family sometimes. So a veces me siento muy sola. Sometimes I feel lonely. Depending where you live, you might feel a sense of loneliness. Me siento solo or me siento sola. Okay? Are you lonely? Where you live, does it mean that you are apartado? Okay? Are you alone? Are you isolated? Is your house apartada? Is it isolated from everywhere else? All of these things you look at when you're talking about where you live. Are there more advantages than disadvantages? Right. Next one, contaminación lumínica. Light pollution, guys. Light pollution. This is a problem in cities where the second one comes up. Hay mucho turismo. Because what happens? Nightclubs are on all night, things are open till late, and this does cause light pollution. So hay mucho turismo. This can be a negative or it could be a positive. Ventaja or desventaja, you decide. Difícil aparcar, so it's hard to park. If you have a car, this is an issue. Falta de espacio, it's a lack of space. Lack of space. And the last one for you, muchos sin techos. So there are lots of homeless people. Homeless people, lots. Lots of homeless people. And obviously this is an issue. Okay, a ver, rápido. Una desventaja de dónde vives. Dime una.
Donde vivo yo, que
sí.
Es barrio conflictivo.
¿Cómo?
Barrio conflictivo.
Barrio conflictivo. Esa es una desventaja. Uno más.
Pocas afueras.
¿Cómo? ¿Casas?
Está en las afueras.
Está en las afueras. ¿Y esta es una desventaja para ti?
No llega transporte público.
Sí.
Ah.
Cuando sales por la noche, problema.
Ah, sí, si sales por la... If you go partying and there's no way to get back, that's an issue for young people. Okay? So, let me know where you live, what are the advantages and disadvantages, las ventajas y las desventajas. I'm sure, sorry I rushed through that, but there's a lesson, so tengo que irme. Adios. Bye, guys.